If you're in the market for a mid-size luxury SUV, you're going to want to check out the 2024 Cadillac XT5. I'm going to take a test drive in it today, but it is my first test drive in it, so I did want to grab an expert like Dan here. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Brian. How's it going?
Good. Dan Richardson's the salesman here at Smail Cadillac in Greensburg, and today we're going to take this vehicle on a test drive.
All right, let's hit the road.
If you're interested in this XT5, come check it out on our website at smailcadillac.com. First thing I want to talk about whenever we look at the exterior here, Dan, is the color. What do we have?
Oh, we're looking at a argent silver exterior, and it does have metallic in there. As you see, It can shimmer in the sunlight.
Yeah, when the sunlight hits it, it really pops. You can really see the contours of the vehicle. Really cool. Obviously, the front of the vehicle, that grille has chrome accents. It has a giant Cadillac logo in the front as well.
Yep, very large Cadillac logo, big, bold, in your face, and it's got the classic style. Some of these vehicles are going with a more modern approach, going to full monochromatic look.
And actually the LED running lights down the side as well really stick out. Does it have LED headlights and such?
Yes, it does.
Great. Coming around the side of the vehicle, notice the chrome wheels that really stick out there with the Cadillac logo in the center. And what size tires do we have here?
We're going to be looking at a 20-inch Michelin tire to go on these vehicles. The Michelins will help provide the most luxurious and most comfortable ride possible for the Cadillac.
Notice the monochromatic Cadillac logo there on the side, the body colored side view mirrors. Do we have keyless entry here?
We do have keyless entry. All you have to do is hit the low button on the door handle there.
That's going to unlock the door for us. For me to press it again, that locks it up. Really cool. Coming around the back here, we obviously have the XT5 logo on the left-hand side, Cadillac logo, 350T, and the all-wheel drive logo in the back, as well as those dual exhausts there. How do I get into this truck?
So the vehicle does have a power liftgate as well as the hands-free liftgate. So whenever you approach the vehicle with the key fob on you, you're going to have the Cadillac symbol show up there on the floor to let you know where to put your foot for the hands-free.
Okay, so if
all
I
you gotta
just
do is just swing it up,
kick underneath there, just like that. Oh, first take, I love that. So looking inside the trunk, obviously we have a lot of stuff set up here. We got a cargo net. We have a tonneau cover here. Does this stuff come with the vehicle?
Yeah, it's a standard feature in all premium luxury models.
Really cool. It looks like you have even a little divider or something back here, right?
Yep, a little cargo organizer just to help with, if you have a bunch of groceries and you want to separate your bread and eggs from the rest of your heavy items, kind of just keeps things separate.
Yeah, and you have what I really like, these chrome inserts in here that really help protect the back bumper here from getting scratched up. You have a spare tire underneath there, as well as some additional storage on the left-hand side. And over here on the left-hand side, you also have a 12-volt charger. You have lights back here, and the other thing that I really like, you can put down these second-row seats from back here, right?
Correct.
It's like easy peasy. Looks like a 60-40 split seat back there, and you can get a lot more storage in there. Obviously, the snow cover can come out, and these dividers can all come out. So Dan, what I'm really curious about is the back seat. Let's see how much space we have back there.
All right, let's go check it out.
Getting into the back seats of the XT5, obviously we have a lot of premium features on here, including those Bose speaker systems on there. That looks really nice with that chrome accent. Getting into the back seat, very easy to do. Obviously, very comfortable back seats with this black perforated leather. Looks like it's stitched in there, and a nice little armrest with 2 cup holders. But let's look at the back of these seats real quick, because these seats have some additional storage on both of these seats. There's also some ventilation down here, as well as a couple cubbies for storing things. And hey, how about down here? You have a USB-A and a USB-C charger for those in the back seat. But the thing that sticks out most in my mind and in my eyes here is this panoramic sunroof, Dan. It comes all the way back to the second row. I have a lot of visibility vertically, and I feel like I have a lot of space back here, so that's great.
And what's nice is that the sunroof is a standard feature on all premium luxury or higher models.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of features here in the back seat. Let's jump up front, and then we'll get this thing on the road. Here we are on the inside of the XT5 for the first time, and man, there's a lot of really cool leather texture up top, stitching throughout, as well as this perforated leather on the dashboard as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and start up the vehicle, and we have the Cadillac logo start up on the infotainment screen, Obviously, you have a lot of the dials and half digital display up here in the front. So let's take a look at this steering wheel. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff on it, leather wrapped with the stitching, some nice little wood accents throughout, and the Cadillac logo there in the center. On the left side, we have our cruise control settings. We have our push to talk button. So that begs the question, do we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto in this vehicle?
The vehicle has both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
Okay, great, awesome. Does it require a wire or is it wireless?
Completely wireless.
Okay, wow, that's fantastic. You also have the ability to hang up your phone calls over here on the left-hand side. And as we go down here, we have our gap adjustment button, our lane keep assist, and a heated steering wheel. Pretty nice.
Nice to have.
Yeah. On the right side of the steering wheel, we have our volume buttons for our radio and our different selectors. We can go in and change the music. Looks like we can put navigation settings and different things like that, phone settings up on the dashboard there. And some selectors here, looks like, for your music.
Yep, that will help cycle through your saved radio stations.
Awesome. Looking over to the right side, we have the infotainment screen here with a bunch of apps on here, it looks like. If we go to the home screen real quick, you have the My Cadillac app. For anybody who might not know what the My Cadillac app is, can you kind of tell them what that is?
Yeah, so the My Cadillac app is a free service that you get through OnStore for a limited time. It allows you to do vehicle diagnostics, check on your fluids, check on your tire pressure, but most importantly, it allows you to locate your vehicle through your cell phone and also to lock, unlock, and remote start it, all from a push of a button from your cell phone. And the benefit of that is with the key fob, there's a bit of a range, about 150, 200 feet. With the phone, anywhere in the United States or Canada, it's unlimited range.
So for anybody who maybe hasn't had Apple CarPlay, Android Auto in their vehicle before, just so you know, this, like we were saying, does come wireless, so it gives you access to your phone to make phone calls, send text messages, you can get directions, use your maps from your phone on your device. And it also allows you to do things that you would normally do on your phone, like set reminders, things like that. And there's also some additional apps on there as well. It really increases the versatility of the vehicle.
Correct. It kind of makes the vehicle your own. You know, you got your cell phone ported in over to the touch screen, so it really makes the vehicle yours and unique to only just you.
So looking down below, we have our AC settings as well as some heated seats for the driver and the passenger. That's nice to have. You have a nice little storage cubby down here, leather with that stitching. So we obviously have our shifter here. This is the Cadillac shifter that I'm used to. It's you basically press in the button on the side. You can press forward to go into reverse. You can press back to go into drive, back again to go into manual, and just slightly forward there to go into neutral, right? To park, press the button.
Yep, and you can hit the park button. Doesn't matter what gear you're in. You can just put it in park from anywhere. So
let's look down here for a second. We obviously have our audio controls here, volume to switch things around there. You have different hotkey buttons here, easily to bring up your navigation, different things on your infotainment screen. So that's really nice. Obviously, push this forward, and we have two cup holders up here, stability control, and we have different drive modes in this vehicle.
Yep, you're going to cycle through a few different options. You got Tour, which is going to be your two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive option, all-wheel drive, which will be your all-wheel drive option, and then you have Sport and off-road mode as well.
It looks like we also have a wireless phone charger in here, right?
Correct. Yeah, compatible for both Android and Apple, so long as they are wirelessly chargeable compatible.
Awesome. Additional storage in the armrest here, maybe for loose change. You have a USB-A, a USB-C, and some additional storage down in here.
And what's nice, where they have these located at with the tray in there, it doesn't block it.
Yeah.
So you got a nice little lip right here, so if you did have a cord and a phone that was not wirelessly chargeable compatible, or you just had too big of a case, you can have a cord plugged in there and fed through towards the bottom, so that way you still don't have cords all over the place.
That's really cool.
Kind of helps keep the vehicle neat and clean.
So we got to check out this panoramic sunroof, Dan. Obviously, it has a shade here. One press, I can bring that all the way forward, but for purposes of the video, I'd like to have it back there. So you can vent the sunroof like that. You can also put it all the way back. Looks like one press is going to take you pretty much all the way back. One more press will take you all the way back. And that's a lot of air that could be allowed into this cabin through there.
Tons of space.
It also has this wind guard up here, so it's going to protect you from the harsh wind, the noise, and bugs and things like that coming in. One press, and that is coming all the way forward. Some other things we want to talk about up here real quick. Obviously, you have your garage door openers here, and you have OnStar and different things like that. Can you kind of explain to people what OnStar is and what that is?
Yeah, so OnStar, if you're not aware, it's the pretty much your automated crash response team. If you were to ever get into an accident, your airbags deploy, OnStar will call you right away just to check up and make sure that you're okay. If for whatever reason you were knocked unconscious during the wreck, they will stay on the line with you till emergency evac arrives. And even if you are conscious, they will still stay on the phone with you till somebody arrives to make sure that you're okay. This is going to help turn on or off your security alarm system. The vehicle does have a few safety features to help protect the vehicle. It has an inclination sensor, so whenever the vehicle's turned off and you walk away, if somebody decided that, hey, those are some nice Cadillac wheels, I want them for myself, and start jacking up your vehicle, a very loud home alarm system is going to be going off to alert everybody that somebody's trying to do something to your vehicle. Awesome. There's also motion sensors located right up here that are going to be constantly watching for any types of movement. So if somebody was hanging out in the back seat waiting for you to leave your vehicle, as soon as you leave, the sensors will turn on, and then if anybody's shifting around, the alarm system will go on again.
Okay.
And also there's glass breaking sensors as well. So if somebody tries to break into the vehicle, the alarm will also go off.
Wow, Cadillac's really thought of it all. That's awesome.
Yep, they really want their owners to have their vehicle protected.
So that's a lot of features on this vehicle, Dan. Let's get out on the road. Let's test some of these out.
All right, let's hit the road.
So putting the vehicle into reverse, all I'm doing is putting the shifter forward and pressing in the button on the side. Obviously, behind us here, we have our sensors active. And what you can't tell in this video is that I just got, well, first off, I got a visual alert, right? But I also got a vibration in my seat, right? So the closer that I get to this, the more that's going to go off there. And, you know, I get another vibration in my seat the closer that we get to this. So that's definitely alerting me in ways that other manufacturers, other vehicles don't have. So pulling out onto the highway, getting this up to speed. And here we are in touring mode, which is your standard mode, I think. Getting us right up to speed there, 50 miles per hour, which is what the speed limit is set at right now. Really good.
Yep. The vehicle does come with two engine options. The one that we're currently driving is a 2.0 four-cylinder turbo. It's going to be your most fuel-efficient engine to go with, and due to the turbo, it does not lack any power. Just as we try to merge onto the highway, we did not have to really put the pedal to the metal to keep up. It kept up pretty decently all by itself. Yeah. Now, if you are looking for a little bit more horsepower and not a big fan of the turbos, Cadillac still does make a 3.6 V6 liter engine.
Well, I just kicked it into sport mode, and we can hear that engine more whenever I hit the accelerator. I'm feeling it a bit more, kicking us back in our seats, and definitely does give it a little bit more power boost, it feels.
Right, it's going to put a little bit more torque and traction in those front tires to really get up and go. And you're also going to feel a little bit more of a tighter feel in the steering.
Coming up on the left side of the vehicle, we have a giant truck. We have a blind spot monitor. And when I turn on my turn signal, when somebody's in my blind spot, that's going to flash at me and alert me that somebody's over there, not to go over into that lane, right? So initially, when somebody's in that blind spot, it's just a solid light. And whenever I turn on my turn signal, it flashes at me. I have the lane keep assist active right now, Dan, and whenever I inch over here to the right side of the lane, it's just slightly turning the steering wheel and pinballing me between the lines of the road. I really haven't touched the steering wheel in the last, 15 seconds or so, and it's just keeping us within the lines of the road. Pretty simply, if I were to be distracted, it's just going to do that, right?
Right. It's not a self-driving feature, so you can't rely on it. It's just trying to help nudge you back and forth. If you do take a sharp enough angle towards those lines, the lane keep assist will not assist you. So it is preferable to stay vigilant and stay aware while you're driving.
And whenever I turned on my turn signal and made that left turn into the left lane, it didn't disrupt me at all. You know what I mean?
Correct. Whenever you're physically turning the wheel, then the feature will turn itself off because it's not going to try to assist you if you're turning.
Right. What do we have for warranty for the XT5, Dan?
The Cadillac XT5, along with all other Cadillac models, come with a 48-month, 50,000-mile warranty, bumper to bumper.
Do you get anything special whenever you buy a vehicle through us here at Smail?
Yeah, so here at Smail, you do get the lifetime free inspections, and then General Motors will pay for your first oil change and tire rotation at any GM location.
We're going to go ahead and show the turning radius of this vehicle, do a U-turn here. And pretty simply, that just stays within the 2 lanes of the road during the U-turn, no problem there.
I don't even think we hit the white line on the other side.
Nah, nowhere near it. Something else that's really cool, I'm noticing up here on the dashboard, we have the speed limit sign up there, Dan. So this is reading the speed limit sign on the road?
Yeah, and it's a pretty accurate system too. I've come across many situations to where if I'm passing the physical road sign to where the speed changes, almost instantaneously, as soon as you pass that sign, it's going to indicate on the screen there that the speed limit has also changed.
I am noticing that this is a very quiet ride. I'm not experiencing a lot of road noise or bumps, and whenever the cars are going by us, I'm not hearing a lot of whooshing sounds or anything like that.
Yeah, Cadillac does put a lot of luxury features in with their Cadillacs. I mean, it's supposed to be the cream of the crop, top of the line luxury, and the biggest thing is how quiet can the vehicle be. So they put a lot of quiet tuning technology inside the windows to help reduce all the outside noise from coming inside.
So the XT5 combines that luxury and the midsize SUV lineup. Dan, if they have questions about this vehicle, how can they contact you?
Well, they can always come down and see us on Route 30 in Greensburg, or visit us online at smailcadillac.com.
That's going to do it for our test drive today. So until next time, enjoy the ride.
Thanks, guys.